Hi, I'm Luz Dubay, and I love to talk about movies 24/7. I've been fascinated with films as long as I can remember, and I upload weekly. Today, I'm going to be talking about Scream 4, which came out in 2011. It's about Ghostface returning in Woodsboro and hunting down Sidney Prescott and her friends. It's directed by Wes Craven, and once again, written by Kevin Williamson. This movie stars Nev Campbell, David Arquette, Courtney Cox, Emma Roberts, Hayden Panettiere, Anthony Anderson, and many other great actors. All right, I'm going to start talking about the positives. Once again, I'm going to talk about the opening scene. I really love this opening scene because it has like a double fake out intro. It starts out with Sherry and Trudy and Stab 6. That's the first fake out, and I think that's a really funny scene. I really like the tiny bits of the characters we got in that Stab 6 movie. That it's a really funny and great line delivery from Lucy Hale. And then you go to the Stab 7 fake out with Kristen Bell and Anna Paquin. And then you get to the actual movie after those two fake outs. I love those two fake out scenes. And by the way, this will be a spoiler review, so just for a heads up, I will be talking in detail about the killers, and many other scenes. I would recommend watching the movie. It's one of my favorites. So you can go ahead and watch the movie and come back if you haven't seen it before. It's amazing. I love it. Right. Again, the acting is amazing. I really like the new additions to the cast. Hayden Panettiere and Emma Roberts particularly. I love Hayden Panettiere's character Kirby. She's awesome. She's kind of takes the Randy spot for this movie, and she's a great character. I'm so glad she's coming back for 6. Ever since I seen Scream 4, I was always hoping that she would come back, and she's actually coming back, which is awesome. And that was originally even Wes Craven wanted her to come back. So that it was never confirmed even by him that she died. It's cool that it's really cool that she's finally coming back. I'm really looking forward to that. And Emma Roberts, again a great addition as Sydney's cousin, Jill Roberts. And a lot of great cameos too. There's a lot of really good cameos. There's Allison Brie, Anthony Anderson, Adam Brody, and a bunch of other great cameos. Like I said, Lucy Hale, Anna Paquin, Kristen Bell. A lot of great cameos. This is like a really stacked cast. This one, and all the acting's top notch. Great emotional moments. Great meta commentary. Great humorous moments. Very, very well done. Of course, Wes Craven does an amazing job of directing. He's a master, of course. So many great shots. And there's always a complaint how this movie looks. It kind of looks like very oversaturated, and a lot of people hate that. I personally don't mind it. I think it's because it's commentary on how a lot of remakes at the time did that. So, and I guess a lot of people hated it, but I like how this movie looks. Yeah, I know I don't mind. Like I like that it actually looks different from the other movie, so I appreciate that. I wonder if anyone else agrees with me. And again, Kevin Williamson does a great job writing this movie. This is the last Scream movie he wrote, and of course Wes Craven. This is the last one Wes Craven directed because he passed away after this, unfortunately. Rest in peace. And Kevin Williamson did a great job in this last movie. He did a great job with the meta commentary, with the remakes, and like the killers, filming the murders and all that. I thought that was all very well done. This movie is very intense, because they had the family angle with Jill and Sydney's aunt Kate, and it you kind of feel the stakes because this is they even in the movie they say new decades, new rules, so it kind of makes you feel like Sydney, Gail, or Dewey could die, and you really feel for them at times. So I think they did a great job with that. And the flow of this movie is great from beginning to end. Perfect runtime. I think it's actually tied with Scream 1 for the shortest runtime. Perfect runtime. Nothing needed to be cut. All great all great scenes. Flows perfectly. Amazing runtime in this movie. I actually cut some delete scenes out. There's actually an extended cut out there that's like, it's not official, but I'd like to watch it one day because I think that they actually cut some interesting scenes, and I kind of had a different intro and stuff like that. So one of these days I'd like to check that out. If hopefully they make a proper release of it. But yeah, I love the tension of this movie. It's fantastic. It's really especially the ending. A lot of great Ghostface scenes and a lot of pretty brutal kills. Like 4 and 5 had the most brutal kills. 5 by far is the most brutal, but like the Olivia death was pretty brutal. Perkins' death was pretty brutal. So yeah, this one definitely ups the gore factor, which I do appreciate. And I love the story this time around. Them finally returning to Woodsboro, and what's cool is they actually filmed this one the state I live in. I'm from Michigan, and they filmed in Ann Arbor. I remember that happening. I remember one of the guys we watched at the news at the time. He's actually in the movie, so that was pretty cool. We pointed it out and like things that we recognize. So that was awesome. I love that Scream 4 was filmed in Michigan. I thought that was really, really cool. All right, I'm gonna talk about the ending. I absolutely love this ending. It's one of my favorites. And I'm gonna talk about the killers. It's revealed that Charlie Walker and Joe Roberts are the killer. I did guess Charlie, but Jill was a huge surprise. I remember being shocked. This was the first Scream movie I saw in theaters, by the way, and I didn't know anything. I watched trailer a couple times. That was it. And I remember being shocked that Jill was one of the killers. I felt so betrayed. But she amazing performance by Jill Roberts. She plays an amazing psychopath, and she's hilarious. I remember like the self-mutilation scene. I remember the audience laughing out loud several times, like what she was doing and her lines, and like her throwing herself against the wall and on the table and stuff. People love that. She's probably, honestly, this might be a hot take, she's my favorite Ghostface so far. I love Billions too. They're like second and third for sure, but Joe Roberts is my personal favorite. I like her motivation. I just like how betrayed you feel, because it's her cousin. I think they did a phenomenal job with writing, and her motivation that she wants to become Sidney, become famous, the sole survivor. And I love a lot of her lines, like "sick is the new sane." Yeah, a lot of great lines from her. She did a fantastic job. A lot of people don't like the hospital scene, but I do. I like that, they want to switch up a little bit, so they go from, the house to the hospital. So all great stuff. A lot of great misdirects or red herrings at the end there. And yeah, a lot of people don't guess Jill, which I think they did a really good job setting that up. They really make you think that they're passing the torch to Jill, and she's going to kind of be the new Sidney. But it was just a misdirect, and Jill is the killer all along. So just amazing stuff. Like just a really scary, suspenseful, intense ending that has a lot of great humorous moments. Just that, to me, Scream 4 is the closest in quality to Scream 1. Those top two for me. I absolutely love both of those movies. And I just love the emotional aspects at the end. That just everything that Sydney's been through. She just lost so many people, like her boyfriend. She lost Randy. She had to kill her brother in the last movie. I think I don't know if her dad's still around, but I'm assuming he might have passed away in the movies. But she lost so many people, and her aunt and her cousins to kill her. I just think they did a really good job with Sidney, especially this time around. Because she's more of a veteran, kind of like Laurie Strode in like H2O or the later Halloween movies. She's very much a veteran, so I really like that they made her such a badass, and she really fights back in this one. So I really appreciate that. They did a really good job. All the characters, bringing them all back. Courtney Cox, David Arquette, and Neve Campbell are better than ever. They really I like seeing like these characters like 10 years later after the last movie. So I thought they did a phenomenal job, bringing them all back and creating an amazing story. And I'm going to talk about a little bit about the original ending, actually. So the original ending, because they wanted to do a whole new trilogy. They didn't want to do 4, 5, and 6 back then. But they didn't because the movie didn't make enough money, unfortunately. So originally, the ending was supposed to be that Jill was going to get away with it. And she was gonna get away with it. Sidney was gonna have an amnesia from what happened, and like the next movie was gonna be like Jill and like Kirby at college and some other friends, and another Ghostface was gonna hunt down Jill because they know what Jill did, and Sidney's was gonna help Jill until she, of course, she figures out that Jill was a part of the last movie. So that would have been very interesting, and I don't know what they would have done with their sixth movie, but I think Jill would have been like a huge character, like the villain throughout that entire trilogy. So that would have been cool to see, but unfortunately we did not get that, which is too bad. I would really like to see that because I love Jill Roberts as the killer. I wouldn't even care if they would like kind of like retcon her death and bring her back because I just really love the killer. But she's pretty for sure dead. I'd be really surprised if bring her back because she was, she's in the hospital. She was like electrocuted and she was shot. I mean, it's possible, but that's pretty stretching out. I mean, like Stu is even stretching out. I know a lot of people want Stu to come back. I mean, I would believe more Stu with the TV than Jill, but I think those are the only two characters that are even close to possible coming back because the other ones are for sure dead. All the other ghost faces. But I don't know. You never know. We'll see in this. We'll see what happens with 6 and 7 because Scream 7 was officially greenlit, which is awesome. And I'm gonna be seeing Scream 6 on Thursday, so I'm super excited. And I don't have any negatives with this movie. Again, I absolutely love this movie. It has a phenomenal opening, phenomenal ending, great writing, directing, acting, perfect flow, perfect runtime, perfect story, perfect everything. This amazing movie all around, I think is absolutely fantastic. Guys, definitely let me know what your favorite Scream movie is so far. I got one more review left. I just got to do Scream 5, and then we're done. I'd give this one an A+. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. You have a great day and take care. Bye.